Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Minta Ao and my group partner Gabriel. We will be discussing the broker price opinion for a subject property located in Corona, California. Our goal is to analyze the property's features, market conditions, financing options, and adjustments based on the comparables, the current market position, and investment potential. Let's begin by exploring the property itself. The address of the subject property is 13173 The Founders Street, Corona, California, and the zip code is 92880. This is a two-story single-family residential home, which has many features that make it a standout property in a highly desirable neighborhood. Let's dive into the details. This property was built in 2004 and is now 20 years old. It sits on a 7,405 square foot lot with a spacious interior of 2,960 square feet. The home includes 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms with a convenient main floor bedroom and walk-in shower. One of the highlights is the master suite, which features an attached walk-in closet and is located next to a library, an added interior bonus. The home's spacious floor plan, high ceilings, updated paints, central heating and cooling, and a fireplace create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. The backyard is also large enough to accommodate a pool, adding to its potential. In terms of market value, the property was last sold for $595,000 in 2017. It is now listed at $899,000, reflecting a significant appreciation in value. Zillow estimates its market value at $884,000, with an estimated sales range between $841,000 and $929,000. This increase aligns with the rising property values in the area and the home's inherent appeal. The listing price reflects its competitive standing in today's market. Moreover, the property is situated in a prime community in Corona, California, which is really perfect for families. The area boasts highly rated schools for all grade levels, elementary, middle school, and high school. And moreover, there are also easy access to major freeways, recreational facilities, and there are also many shopping centers in the neighborhood. This combination of amenities makes the neighborhood popular among families and working professionals alike. Additionally, there are no HOA fees associated with this property, which is a considerable benefit for buyers. Let's move on to the financing option. Using the $899,000 as the listing price, we will assume a 20% down payment, resulting in a loan amount of $719,200 for a 30-year fixed mortgage at a 6.5% interest rate. An interest-only option will result in monthly payments of $3,896, totaling $46,748 annually. At the end of the term, a balloon payment of $246,748, including $200,000 in principal, will be required as a balloon payment. When we are trying to choose the comparables, there is a criteria that we follow. So the comparable properties should be in the same neighborhood as the subject property. The ideal distance would be within 0.5 miles of each other. Moreover, the comparable properties would also be built within 1 year of each other, and they must also have similar layouts, floor plans, and garage structures. And additionally, the most recent sale of those comparable properties should be from 3 years ago. But there's also going to be variations between the comparable properties. The most obvious one is that there's going to be differences in the square footages, the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, the number of parking spaces that each property has, and the square footages of lot size. Moreover, there's the difference between the year built and the additional amenities such as pools, kitchens, fireplaces, extra rooms, views, etc.
This slide outlines the key differences among the 3 comparable properties and the adjustments made for each. Adjustments were necessary for differences in square footage, bedroom count, parking spaces, the year built, the lot size, the presence of an additional room, and an extra fireplace for comparable 1. These factors reflect features that either add or subtract from the property's market value. Comparable 2 had adjustments that were made for square footage, lot size, the absence of a pool, and the inclusion of an upgraded kitchen. These adjustments ensure a more accurate comparison to the subject property. For comparable 3, there were differences in square footage, the amount of bathrooms, the year built, the lot size, the absence of a good view, an upgraded kitchen, improved appliances, and an extra fireplace. Each of these were carefully quantified based on market data. These adjustments allow us to align the features of the comparables more closely with the subject property, resulting in accurate adjusted sale prices. So these adjustments were determined through industry standards. As you can see, we have standard numbers for the extra bathrooms, the extra bedrooms. The 30 per square foot was determined through local data and the willingness of the buyer to pay. The $2 per square foot for the lot size is also based on local data. The $15,000 for a pool and the $5,000 for an extra view is based on local data and industry standards, and a 7.5% reduction in the subject property was applied due to it being near a school and a main street which has a lot of traffic and a lot of noise. As you can see, these are the comparables listed in the proper order. They all have 2 garage doors. They're all single-family homes that are 2 stories. They all have archways or columns, and they're all in the same neighborhood as elaborated on in the next slide. As pictured on the left-hand side, this is a bird's eye view of the subject property and the comparable properties. So Snowdrop Street and White Lily Streets are by a big park, and Lavanda Street and Hardin Street are by a school. So we took into account how Lavanda Street will always be a little bit more busier than the other properties and more noisier with more traffic since it's by a main street. And the school is pictured on the right. So it's sort of above to the right of the subject property. This is the comparison table that we have created for the subject property and the comparables. All of this data was taken from Zillow, and we have listed every single detail that each listing has given us. As you can see, they are very similar properties. They were all built within 2 years of each other. They are all very similar square footage, except for the subject property, which is a lot more than the rest of the comparables. One has a pool, and one has a good view with additional features that are unique to each house. Here's the adjustment table that we have made for the different comparables relative to the subject property. As you can see, each comparable has its differences. Some categories needed adjusting and some did not. And below is the calculations that we completed to determine the final appraised value of $933,816. So the below calculation table just shows the specific calculations that we used, which again use the industry standards to determine the adjustment table. So Eastville housing is very pricey and desirable because of its location. It is proximal to Los Angeles, Orange County, and San Bernardino. It is about an hour to an hour and a half away from all of those main areas, and it provides convenient access to urban amenities while maintaining a suburban atmosphere. So the amenities include numerous parks, recreational facilities, shopping centers, and a high quality of life for residents. And it has modern infrastructure. It was built in the early 2000s, and it is still continuing to be built today. So it features newer homes and infrastructure, appealing to buyers seeking contemporary living spaces. These are the final numbers to consider when pricing the property. As you can see, we have the appraisal value created through the comparison and adjustment table at $933,816. The Zillow listing price is $899,000, but the original price was $975,000 before the price cut in October. So as you can see, the price cut was very recent, and we can attribute this price cut to a change in the economy as inflation has been slowly rising. So the housing market is not as desirable right now, which justifies the price cut to $899,000. And as of right now, the listing is marked as pending. So a pending sale is imminent. These are the sources we use. So we have 4 Zillow links, which is the subject property and the 3 comparables that we utilized. We have the CPI for all urban consumers, the housing in the US city average, and we have how to calculate adjustments and adjust comparables just to get more clarification on how to go about that process.